Hey guys, thanks for that win over Damwon Kia making me look like a genius. But you think you can just win the whole tournament for me? Beat RNG and Damwon Kia in a best of 5? Yeah, me neither. Hey, what's up guys? dGon here. We're back with our predictions for the MSI Rumble stage, just like we did with the group stage where Crash B800 got all the predictions right. I got 4. But you know, I can't get them all right, especially when, you know, Pentanet does stuff like that. So we're gonna hop right on into it. You think you got what it takes to get all the predictions correct? Let us know in the comments below. Let's take a look at the teams and what we learned from the group stage. First up, we'll start with Group B winners, Mad Lions. Now, the strengths of Mad Lions that we got to learn from was their bot lane. Group B was about the bot lane. The bot lane of Mad Lions is absolute class. Carzzy, bam. Or we'll go with Kaiser first. Then Carzzy, 2 Zs. Showed up huge in the games that they won where they fell behind. And that is the downfall of Mad Lions. I had the chance to speak with Coach Mac where he said, mid-game, the guys are just kind of getting a little aloof because everything is working beforehand. They make aggressive plays that they have no business making, like Baron calls early on in the match, where they get absolutely punished when it matters. So this is where they're gonna focus. So if Mad Lions is gonna find success and make sure that Elyoya doesn't have to apologize again, they need to fix that. Take a listen.
I'm sorry, these games are not gonna happen again. We are having too much of happy games, which is not gonna happen again, yeah.
Next up, the sweethearts of the tournament, it's Pentanet. What we learned about Pentanet is that BioPanther on the top side of the map has been pretty good. He was able to take up Boss, who is a dominant force in the international stage, but I think it also took a lot of help from the man that we've been clamoring for a while, Pabu. Pabu showing up in the jungle playing a various amount of junglers has been great. The downfall for Pentanet is that they were getting destroyed by this team that's next to them. It was being speed runs. Like RNG was just running over them. So Pentanet, as much as they did defeat a tier 3 team, the best thing they did was get drawn in a group where there was only 3 teams and only 1 team was getting eliminated. Shui's all over the place. I promise I will join you if you get 3 wins. 3 wins for Pentanet, I will join in with a Shui. But I don't think they're going to get 3 wins, and it's, you know, good enough that they made it. Okay, next up, runners up in Group B, it's PSG Talon. The good things that we learned about it was actually dGon. dGon had a terrible opening game where we're like, oh God, this guy's got the rookie fever, he's not gonna be able to do anything, and then showed up massive. It had a lot to do with Tristana, but he showed that he's capable of carrying games and being, if he's put in the position to do so. The other thing we learned is Maple. He's so damn good. Plus Azir, Maple Zir. That's the key to success here for PSG Talon. Played it 12 times in the PCS, won 11 times with it, and I believe that his next most played champion had 2 games on it. Like Maple plus Azir equals chef's kiss. Also with PSG Talon has been the play of their jungler. We'll put it a plus sign here because it's been really good. This is a plus sign as well because PSG Talon's just been pretty good. River has shown up pretty massively. And I had the chance to speak with him where he said his international experience from his previous stint internationally over at Worlds has translated to him not being nervous, being able to take the game by the scruff of the neck, and be proactive, which is what you need from your jungler right now. I cannot believe there were some analysts that were stupid enough to pick Pain Gaming over Talon. Pain Gaming, bam, you're in. Those guys are really dumb. All right, next up, RNG, positives. Best player in the tournament, by far, it's Xiao Hu. And don't take my word for it, take Maple's.
I would say Xiao Hu because he is a pretty strong player.
Wei has also been touted as a fantastic jungler who doesn't get a lot of the praise because you've got Xiao Hu there, you've got Gala on the bottom side of the map who's also shown up, but Wei has taken control of these games against the lesser teams of UOL and Pentanet. The other thing about RNG is that they have speed runners. My mouth moves so much faster than my hand. Bam! speedrunners throughout their Group A. They've just ran through Unicorns of Love and Pentanet to the point where everyone both knew, hey, this is time to get a solo queue game on in. The negative is that they are also speedrunners because they haven't had much stage time, and also the competition they played in the group stage was pretty ass. Let's just be honest with it. That's why you get to speedrun, because the other team is not that good. So we kind of don't know a ton about RNG other than that they came not to doof around, not to drop any games, and they were not holding back against some of the smaller regions. So RNG, a lot of good, but still some unknown. Next up, Daewon Kia, the #1 team in Group C. 1C looks not so good. Not so good. Why? Because Ghost and Barrel have looked like a ghost in the barrel. They have looked terrible. They've been outclassed by Cloud9's bot lane multiple times. They got outclassed by Utapon and DFM multiple times. And Daewon itself was just giving away early leads, and according to LS, having terrible sinner drafts. This team, coached by Koma and by Pumandu, which means there's coaching pedigree here, have been getting away with very bad drafts and very bad early games because of their skill, because of who they are. Cloud9 decided violence was the key in day #4 of their groups, and because of that, they lost that first game. They came out shaky. Not only did they lose that game, they almost lost against Detonation Focus Me in the first round and almost lost in the second round as well. So Daewon Kia, not in great form. But, and there's a big but, because there is a big gap between Canyon and everyone else. Canyon has looked price of admission as well as Showmaker. You know, it's so weird when these teams fight together, right? They look like they become a hive mind. They just lock in as one. But before they fight, they look kind of lost and out of sorts. So until Canyon and Showmaker take over the show, Daewon Kia are gonna be vulnerable. Daewon Kia should have been able to get through this group without dropping a game, unless you're crazy and predicted that they would lose one game. The big upset here is that Cloud9 will take one game off of Daewon Gaming. So finally, no more debate. Cloud9, the #2 team from Group C, but the #1 team from Rumble, according to alphabetical order, because the C is earlier than the D. No pun intended. So Cloud9 staved off ultimate humiliation after going 1-2 in the first half, and it was off of the back of huge performances from our man in the bot lane. I got to announce him getting drafted initially into the LCS. It's Vulcan, as well as Perks just being like, hey guys, we're at an international event. These two players have stepped up massively. Sven has been consistent, had I think one bad game in the first half. Again, the key to victory has been El Fudge. The 18-year-old prodigy who was able to step up to Khan in the top side of the map on the second half of the group stage matches. He has been key and will need to continue to be key as you take a look at some of these top laners. Hanabi for Talon, Khan again for Daewon, Xiaohu is going to be big, BioPanther is key for Pentanet, and Mad Lions, they've got a guy named Armut. He's pretty good. Hasn't been playing that good right now, but normally pretty good. Now, it's crazy that I'm saying this, but the bad from Cloud9 was first round Blabber. Blabber was so intent on making sure no one double crabbed him twice in back-to-back games that he hinted away game #2. However, he addressed this in the interview with Dash, saying basically, no more weak side junglers, it's time for him to be dominant. And in the second half, he did look like the two-time MVP. We'll put in Honda in here. Yeah. And then LCS. The two-time Honda MVP of the LCS. So if he goes back to that form, that's great. And Cloud9 looks world-class and looks like the team that we expected to show up on the international stage. But we already got a preview to what Cloud9 looks like when they're out of sorts, and it feels like everyone's waiting for a play to be made. But it also highlights how important Blabber is to the tempo of the team. Before I give predictions, make sure to head on over to our comments below and let us know who you predict that will make it on through. And make sure you subscribe while you're at it so you don't miss any of the MSI action. All right, prediction time. We'll start with the team that I think is going to move on through. And of course, it's RNG. Is there any question? RNG moving through, easy peasy, Zhao Hu. Then we'll go with the team that's definitely not going to make it through. We'll go from Zhao Hu to drink from a shoe. And I circle it first so I can cross it out. Blah, Pentanet, I'm sorry. It's been a great story, I promise. It's been great. I hope we gained Osh fans. But I'm excited to see what picks you pull out, Pabu. As much as I shit talk to Damwon Kia, they're still, the reigning champs. That's how good Canyon and Showmaker are. I think they're gonna be fine. You can always fix drafts. That's what a lot of review is. You do a lot of practice drafts, and now they know what they're going up against. They've been able to see all the teams here, all the iterations of drafts that the teams have already played, and Coach Koma's too damn good, so we'll see what happens. So we got the two favorites in there. The next team I've got going through is Mad Lions. After chatting with Coach Mac and him tapping into his experience that he had over at Worlds, I feel confident that he knows how to fix the squad's issues, mid-game sluggishness, Armit not playing very well, but bot lane has been on fire. Karzi and Kaiser have been damn good, and Humanoid has quietly put himself together a fantastic international event. If they're able to get Armit going, El Yoya has already been the spark before he can do it again and get them into the semifinal round. All right, y'all. That means there's only one team left out of these two here. Was there any doubt? Was there any doubt? Do you not believe? All right. Bam, bam. Sorry, Maple. You're one of the greatest to ever do it, but I think Perks is still better. And with Fudge playing the way that he's playing, absorbing so much pressure, and again, stepping up every single time to the battles of the top lane, he's gonna be fine. Cloud9's gonna be fine. They'll move on to the quarterfinals and cement themselves as the best tier 2 team in the world. That means 4th. If you all at home think you know better, let us know in the comments below. We'll give you a shout out here on our next prediction video and on FaceCheck, just like we did with Crash B800. And until then, you better root for Pentanet because I will do the shoey if they get 3 wins. They won't get 3 wins, but they'll get close. Here, get this one. I'm gonna draw. That's my shoe. We'll put laces on there, and then here's my beer. It's a pretty weird beer, but it goes in the shoe.